Welcome back in to Sports Talk Live. So transitioning now from professional football now to the college ranks. The college football playoff standings just came out this past weekend, and I know a lot of people are upset. Some people are fine with the standings. Me, I don't have an issue with it.
No, I'm fine
Do you guys at all? Anyone have any debates to say?
I don't really have an issue with it. How can you keep Oklahoma out of the playoffs when they won their conference championship game against another ranked team?
Good team.
And how can you put Ohio State in when they lost at Purdue this season by 29 points and Purdue barely was 500? I mean, what argument can you make for Ohio State other than that they beat Michigan?
Yeah, it was just disappointing to see Ohio. As a Big Ten fan, you want to see, I'm a Badgers fan, but I want to see the Big Ten do well. It makes the Badgers look better. So it's disappointing to see Ohio State left out, but I thought it was right that Oklahoma got it. Kyler Murray's been playing out of his mind this year. I mean, Alabama's the same Alabama. I don't know how people could argue that Georgia should have gotten in. I thought that was kind of crap.
Well, the one argument that I think people are making for Georgia, and one that I could maybe get behind if I thought about it a little bit more, was the college football playoffs. You only have 4 teams, so you really want these 4 teams to be the programs that you truly believe are the 4 best teams in the entire country. And seeing the way Georgia played throughout the whole season and the way they played in the SEC championship especially, they really should have won that game against Alabama. And I think if they would have won, they would have been in.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think a lot of people are saying, they lost, but they still deserve the shot to kind of redeem themselves. That's fair, but I also have a tough time leaving out Notre Dame, who I understand they haven't played in a conference championship game.
I don't like how they don't have the conference.
It's all about the money.
I think that now, though, they should be forced into a conference. They should have to decide, because I think it's hard. It throws a curveball on the whole system. That they can just decide their whole schedule.
That's fair. I'll give you that. But at the same time, them not being in a conference, I don't think should punish them for having an undefeated season. 12-0 is hard to do.
Yeah, for sure.
Wisconsin did it last year, and that was the first time in program history that they've ever accomplished it. Yeah. Wisconsin's been a pretty successful program, especially for the last 20, 25 seasons.
They could get a quarterback.
Yeah, if they could get a quarterback, exactly. We'll get into that in a little bit. But I think Notre Dame, I don't have any issue with them making it in whatsoever. And I agree. I think Oklahoma winning on Saturday, beating Texas, was sort of the springing point to get them in. And I'm excited for it. I think, these are the 4 best teams in the country, and I think we should have some really good football games to come up with. Clemson, I know they played Pitt. Some people have said they're not as good as years past. Do you buy that at all? Do you think Clemson is as good, or is this a down year?
What do you think, Mark?
I think they're going to make the national championship, so I still think they're a very good team. I do think Alabama is going to win the national championship. That's kind of my prediction.
Yep.
I think it'll be a really close game. I think it'll be like a 24-20 type football game. But I would say I think Clemson's still a very good team and has a very good chance of winning the national championship.
I agree. It just sucks because I feel like Alabama is like the Warriors of college football.
Yeah.
You just know it's going to happen. It's like the Patriots, too. They're always going to end up being there somehow. But it'd be cool to see Clemson do something, or any of the 3 teams beat Bama. As long as Bama doesn't win, I'll be happy.
Alabama has flaws. You saw it in the SEC championship game. Georgia was the better team for 3 quarters. Clemson has a top 10 defense and a top 5 offense. How can that not put a scare into Alabama? I mean, Trevor Lawrence, arguably, he's a freshman. You could say he's a top 5 quarterback in college football right now. If he were to go into the draft right now, he could probably be a top 10 draft pick because of the stock that he has as a NFL quarterback.
Yeah.
I think Clemson could very easily beat Alabama, and I think they could beat Alabama by 10-plus points.
Thank you so much for joining us on this week's edition of Sports Talk Live. For Mark, Aaron, and Jeremiah, I'm Nate. Thanks for tuning in. Tune in next week as we cover more sports topics.
Yep, I'm excited.
On the next It's Funny show here on WMCM.
Go Brewers.